Alright guys, welcome back to another video here at the track with Brown Sugar. If this doesn't give you flashbacks like 2 or 3 years ago, Galot Motorsports Park, Thursday night test and tune, street car action. I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited. I do have to address the comments. Everyone is like, man, I hate this channel. It's a giveaway channel. It's not a giveaway channel. It's a vlog channel of my life, which is heavily influenced by racing. I do some giveaways to give back to you guys because I like to see high horsepower vehicles in the hands of the people that watch high horsepower vehicle videos. Now, I got this car here, Brown Sugar, which I owned about 3 years ago. Bought it back the other day, and everyone in the comment section, right? They've always yelled at me before for doing giveaways, and now you guys are like, let that be the next giveaway. Let that be the next giveaway. Me, right here, this guy, bought that thing to enjoy myself because that is a piece of LS Nasty history. So, stop it. Let me enjoy my car without telling me to give it away. So, we did a bunch of work on this thing. I don't know if you guys can tell, but the engine bay up here looks a whole lot cleaner. Back here still looks pretty rough. We got rid of a lot of the, I think almost all of the push lock line except for this. Didn't have time to do the whole Brown & Miller crimp on everything, but we fixed a bunch of stuff. Exhaust leaks fixed. Wrong sensors replaced. We changed the way the fuel system was routed because before it wide at the back and returned to the middle. Now we have it in one, out the other, so it's a whole lot cleaner, a whole lot simpler. We got one Brown & Miller line on here, absolutely badass. We have that crimper in-house, so crimping fuel lines, absolutely sick. We rewired it on a HOLLEY Terminator, and we did that all in 2 days. So I gotta give a big shout out to Matt. You guys see Matt right here, and David right there. David, how were the past 2 days? Hectic. Hot. Myself, Matt, David, and Travis worked on this, worked on the Pro Mod, and Junior Bissett Performance. He came up and helped out because we were overwhelmed. We had a lot of work to do. We were working on the new edge. New edge had some parts failures. Before we even ran it, knew we weren't going to make it. Trying to get something on small tires to go to JJ's arm drop, and we were able to get this thing done. Interior, we did the wiring garbage delete. Did we not?
Oh yeah,
Now we kind of like not our normal wire up.
No, it's definitely quick and
Quick and
clean. Well, quick and dirty, quick and pretty clean. We gotta have something for JJ's. You know, Hank didn't work out. We had some issues with some stuff on that, and this was our next best option, and got it done. We had all the parts. I mean, we literally we built everything with what we had at the shop.
And we did more than just wire it up. We changed a bunch of fuel lines. We fixed some brake lines.
Got the fan working. Trans stuff. We did a bunch on the rear end. Changed fuel pumps out. We did a lot of work.
As much as we could. Literally, we were swapping both fuel pumps. We put 2 new Most Pluses on this right before we put it in the trailer. Like, we were working on this thing sun up to sundown, 4 a.m.
Got the exhaust realigned.
Oh yeah, the major exhaust leak. We got new V-bands on there. We got our braided lines for our oil feed and our coolant. We got new ICT billet crossover. Before, you couldn't even see that ICT billet valley cover. We got that in there, and we do have as I said, the catch can and the fuel lines. I'm going to redo all of them, so that'll be all Brown & Miller stuff here because I want it to look nice. Might get this polished.
Yeah, that's what I say. We want to go racing, and that's what we're doing. So
yep. Okay. Now, that being said, we do have some serious issues. Some of the stuff that we cannot, I don't even know. It's just
steering rack was welded in crooked.
The steering rack, not good. Major steering issues. Something funky going on with the brakes. The brake pedal feels really stiff. Matt fired up a tune-up in the parking lot, put it in there. I drove around the block. It feels great. So I think right now we really need to take it slow, shake it down, go out there, do a burnout, make a 60-foot hit, get some data.
They do like a
100-foot hit. It doesn't feel, as far as cars go, driving-wise, it is the worst driving vehicle I've ever driven as far as like a race car, performance car, street strip car. We did change a lot. The rear shock brackets were on backwards. We flipped those around. They're supposed to be welded in, so we bolted them up, then welded them in. So we got all that stuff. It's got a super, super heavy spring in the back. We run, like on our race car stuff, like a 65 or 55 inch-pound spring. These are 175 inch-pound springs, so it's very stiff. The ride height up on the front is as low as it'll go, and it sits at this attitude, which isn't terrible, but it could definitely be lower. The rear we can go lower with. We took the spacers off of the rear after we got the shock brackets on there, right? So way less pokey on this. This side right here is obviously in a little bit more. The rear end needs to be shifted over, but we just did what we could with the time that we had. So we're gonna go up here and just shake it down. We got one seat in there. Don't do this, guys. Don't do this. We're working with what we got, just trying to get some data, trying to make the race. Don't advise doing this, but now is a time where we really got to tighten up, make sure we dot our I's, cross our T's, make sure everything is done right, make sure we're being as safe as we can, and go out here and have some fun.
Yeah, don't want two birds in the same bush and hand in the pear tree.
Yeah, that could really mess some stuff up. So BJ's out here running his car too. He's got a grudge race. Burnout. It's been a while since I drove this thing. It drove a whole lot different. Oh yeah, we got to do an alignment on it.
Yeah, we're gonna do the alignment. Just trying to check it real quick. Get the tire.
Explain alignments on a race car.
Well, you can do a lot of things. You can string them, you can measure them, you can take them to a alignment machine, but most of the time every car is different. The way the chassis flexes, the way everything is, you know, your steering wheel, you can do all your alignments, and then you'll go down the racetrack, your steering wheel will be like that. So in my personal opinion, the best way to do it is just put toe plates on it, get it right. If your steering wheel's off, you do half a flat, opposite way.
Roll it back and forth a bunch of times.
Get your steering wheel lined up, because when you pull up, and especially like some cars, like if you get a car with a rack way far forward, your steering wheel will always be in different positions, because there's the angle of it is so finicky. So like when you pull up, like on MK Ultra, if the steering wheel's this way a little bit, I just let it go that way, because if you straighten that thing up, when it leaves, you're going to be driving that way. So sometimes you just got to, like, whatever the way the car is going straight and comfortable, that's the way you got to leave the wheel. So we're going to get this, try to get the steering wheel, because right now I think you'd have to be upside down.
It's like upside down, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be kind of tricky.
And the rack's in there crooked and at an angle, so it's got like two different angles on that. The rear end was way out of whack too, because they put control arms on it. So we're just trying to just go over everything. It's a lot of stuff to go over. So we're just trying to go over front to back, head to toe. Biggest thing, go out there, do a burnout, spool it up. Probably not bump it in the first time, just make sure it leaves.
No, the bump's working.
Okay, well,
yeah, that way we can tune the bump too if we need to soften it up, or
okay.
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll get it aligned and then we'll pick back up here.
You put the hot tune in it?
Hot tune up, no. We're gonna run it on gate, just kind of see how everything goes. Like we did just tune it inside the shop, revving it up. So pretty conservative, not a whole lot of timing, a little bit of fuel correction in it, so that way if something's not happy, it'll try to fix it. Check the alignment. The toe is good. It's got an 1/8 inch toe in. Camber is not correct. It's got some camber out, you know, a positive camber. We'd like to get some negative camber on that, but there's no way to need to add some shims right here. I don't know what the caster is. There's a lot of things that could not be right. The steering, the angle of the steering joints are not correct, so whenever you're turning, it wants to kind of bind a little bit, because the joint is like this. So it's like, you guys ever taking like a universal socket, and if you get too much, it doesn't want to turn right. So we need to fix that, but we're gonna try to just go a good A to B with it, and well, A to lowercase b, and see how it does, and just make sure that everything functions correctly. John is worried about how it's driving, so I told him, like, if it ain't driving good, or it feels weird, of course, just get out of it, and we'll get whatever data we can. It sucks. It always seems like last minute, under the gun, trying to go to the race, going untested, going to get some really heavy hitters and small tires. So I don't think, I don't have expectations to go out there and be like, yeah, we're gonna just run over the top of everybody. We're just going out there to have a good time, have some fun, go make some hits in the pro mod, make some noise, and it's a lot funner when you're racing.
God, is this a time warp?
It is.
What?
Is it not a lot funner to race without the expectation of going out there and be like, we're gonna run over the top of everybody?
Yeah.
Oh, I raced to have fun, so we're out here having fun. We definitely got away from the street car stuff. You guys can't tell by the stuff we're building in the shop. We're getting back to the street car stuff, And I mean, I can't thank the guys enough. I mean, there's a huge group that makes LS nasty, but Matt, David, and Travis, Junior Bissett, I mean, putting in work. And I mean, this wouldn't be run if it wasn't for my knowledge about that cam sensor. So
here he goes again.
He is lucky that we didn't have a tuning cable that night, because now if we had that tuning cable, he wouldn't for 2 seconds be able to damn toot his horn about that shit. But I'll give it to him. His big old brain working.
what'd you say?
Your big old...
This is proof that you could even learn something from the dumbest. All right. 100-foot hit, shake it down, nice burnout. Hey, is this wastegate?
Yeah.
Wastegate?
Yeah.
All right.
When my laptop, you'll have to stop the data log or turn it off or something. My laptop's kind of low on battery.
Okay. I got something's wrong with my driver's window, so it's down. So we're just gonna leave it down.
Fully suited up for a pass.
Brown sugar.
It's back. We lost some rocks.
I lost some rocks.
I think the Trailblazer would have just gapped that thing.
No. Yeah, well, I looked way early, obviously. Hey, look at that. Let's put some power in it. By the way, like, Matt is tuning, like, this is him tuning right now, like, make a pass, data log,
Oh, this
short
is
pull.
stage one. I mean, literally, he started it up in the shop.
Driving it though.
Oh. I mean, did it just like fly through the converter?
Yeah, maybe.
Does it need more power to couple it harder?
I don't know. Let me look at the data.
Huh? It's still crusty like it used to be.
Dude, he lost like a handful of rocks. Like, I mean, like rocks.
Yeah, I mean, there ain't no telling where this. Oh, I got to turn my headlights off. Did it just make a whole lot of noise? Yeah. Yeah, she's back. She's back. Dude, it made 4 pounds of boost.
Solid.
No wonder why it went slow. That thing's like mode still covering David's ass.
Huh. Did you bump your head in there?
I might have. We're gonna try it again.
We're gonna try it again.
We're gonna put some dome on it and try it again.
Hey, now we're talking.
Added some fuel. Got the fuel map a little bit happier.
BJ's waiting to run his grudge race. We're gonna try it again. Burnout was all right. This car was always lazy with the 88. I don't know why, because like I'm just used to my 427-inch methanol.
Yeah, I mean,
Tough to beat a methanol 427 turbo car.
yeah.
Like even when you rev it, you're like wah wah. This thing you're like
to
wah.
have more power than before doing a burnout.
Oh yeah, I mean, well I don't know. I left off the trans brake before. There's like blister in the tires. Maybe I need to get back to that. Do you want to see it? No, no. All right.
But let's eat in the converter.
Let's eat the converter. I like it. All right. So we're gonna try it again and more power. We don't know if there was like a flare up in the transmission, so we're going to keep an eye on that. And then probably about that time we get back, BJ will be getting ready to run his grudge race, and we'll watch him.
Fuel?
Training fluid.
Ooh.
Ask Marcus what happens when I buy things. Go ask Marcus what happens when I buy things.
Marcus, what happens when he buys things? Ooh.
No lube or nothing.
Ooh. Hey, sometimes maybe good.
Sometimes maybe shit.
A lot of times maybe
A lot of
shit.
shit.
And G-Rod said it breaks.
We can't even swap this out with the one I got in pink.
behind the scenes, LS Nasty. How's your week going?
Burley. It's rough. It's been a tough 5 weeks actually. If we go back like 6 weeks, we could probably go back 2 months. We started off with Colorado build. That sucked because I lost a lot of money on that. Matt Rex, lost a lot of time and money on that. Thankfully Matt's alive, but honestly that wasn't the biggest worry at that point. I'm just kidding. Then Matt was sore, and we did some work on like Hank and like some little things around the shop, getting some stuff done. Then Matt got unwell again, went back to the hospital, had surgery. That was a rough week. Remember that? Yep, that was tough. And then
they were like, hey, for the next 3 months, don't lift over 5 pounds.
So then Matt went back for like 2 days after his surgery and worked on a diesel truck manifold and picked up a turbo. And then he came back and like we did the blower swap on the Pro Mod and
Worked on Hank.
Put the vet together.
Brown sugar.
Worked on brown sugar, and like everything along the way has just been breaking on us. Not for lack of attention to detail or anything, but just like a series of unfortunate events. So it's the way of the road, I guess. If it was easy, everyone would do it, but this is like a 6 week stretch of 2 month stretch of shit. A professional shit eater. And that guy talks on the phone so loud, it's unreal.
Really?
Well, oh yeah, I gave it a night. Sausage and patties.
Well, at least it's not going to be a late night tonight.
We're pulling the trans out of Hank. Extra TV time.
Oh yeah, tell them how the breakdown works.
Yeah. 2 hours. Okay, so
This is how it works if you come to work from
yeah, LS Nasty.
First of all, you don't get paid.
Yeah, you actually have to pay to work there. So we get 2 hours of TV time, 3 meals.
2 meals.
2 meals.
Sometimes
3, and a snack. Sometimes bagels in the morning. Let's see. You get to stay. Yeah, the commute to work is very short, extremely short. It's about 10 to 20 steps. What else? That's about it. It's like prison. I kind of feel like I'm in prison. No, yeah.
No AC either. Oh, heat is mental.
Yeah, so it's okay until it starts raining and the humidity in the shop's like 19,000%. Oh yeah, we are. Yeah.
Well, we did that too in our
J&M grading. Got that. You know, we hooked it up. So if you need any grading work, we can definitely screw that up for you.
What you think, Ava? What you think? Big track dog.